Hey everybody, welcome back. We are doing some music reactions. This one is to Austin Brown, and this is his quarterfinal song that he did. I think it's quarterfinal. It's an original song, Whiskey. That was one thing I didn't know. I don't know, it might not be the quarterfinals, but somewhere in there. I don't think these are the actual show parts yet. So let's see what Austin does, and, well, not what he does because he's singing Whiskey, but that's apparently an original. I don't think this includes the judges' comments because there's only 5 minutes of the video, but let's see if we like it and kind of go from there. I expect it to be country because that's what they liked most when he initially auditioned. And I think that's kind of how they were playing it, the show. So let's go ahead and get into it. Almost forgot to switch screens. With some drums. Okay.
I don't have a craving for the crazy that I used to be. 3 sheets to the wind, kinda sideways ain't the life for me. I found something stronger than that jacked up 100 proof of water. You can be my whiskey.
Okay, very country, which Austin is. I know y'all. For those of you that think I don't know, yes, he's from Tipton, Georgia, and always has a thick drawl. The drawl can come and go. If you know Southern, you know that sometimes it's very thick, sometimes it's not as thick. And it's weird hearing him with a full band behind him. I'll have to get used to that. So he's talking about not enjoying the hangovers and being 3 sheets to the wind, as he mentioned with the song. We know that the band itself they didn't give up drinking. Tim did, but the rest of the group would occasionally have some alcohol, but they didn't go out drinking like they used to. They recognized that alcohol was bad for the vocal cords, and yeah. So I don't know if he wrote this song related to all of that, and just had this in his back pocket, or if he worked on it recently, wrote it before then. Who knows? This is weird. Very weird.
You can be my whiskey. You can be my trip.
So the fans are stronger than whiskey. There's he's doing something when he's doing the end part of Whiskey. I don't know what it's called. He's doing that thing where Charismatic Voice talks about, where they combine 2 vowels together. So it sounds like a little bit of E, but a little bit of A. I think the young man, Kiefer, who's sleeping right over there, farted again. He is the biggest ball of gas. So, can't wait till he gets out of the passing gas phase of kittenhood. Can't stand my own, much less anybody else's, you know. But he's doing that EA sound when he's doing the whiskey. But I forget what that's called.
You can be my whiskey. You can be my trip. glad. Straight on me, throwing it on back. The best I ever had. And I wanna make it last. You can be my whiskey.
Getting the crowd involved.
Be my trip. When I want that tip, feeling, baby, you can be my fix. Just one sip of them brown eyes looking in mine gets me torn up.
I'm going to pause it again just because NBC is it CBS, ABC? Whatever broadcasting network, they're bad about blocking when the videos go too long and you don't have anything in there. I will say, I don't know. I'll have to listen to it more to see if I'd put it on a playlist. At this point, I'm not sure I would. There's some parts of it that I think he could have done differently for it to sound better. But it's very catchy. He's telling the fans, you're my whiskey now, right? You're what keeps me going, what I look forward to. I get a high off of the fandom. So, yeah. Let me back it up just a little. Now, the long pendant, I've seen him wearing that before, so that's familiar. Oh, she loved it. Spice loved it. I forget her name. Something Brown.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a vibe.
Melanie.
It was like something that I would already hear on the radio. You know what I mean? That's an original song. You wrote it.
Yes,
I like it. I was a bit confused about what you were saying. Were you saying you could be
saying
my
whiskey.
it girl?
You can be my whiskey. You can be my trip.
Now I get that. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was a vibe.
It's about whiskey.
Sophia!
I think that tonight was better than the audition, definitely. I think, you know, all those years of you
There's Amberlyn.
have paid off for you.
Amberly.
You have such a stage presence.
I keep wanting to say Amberlyn.
I love it. This was amazing.
So we are getting the judges' thoughts, which I like as well.
It feels like a very competitive night. Everyone has been so good tonight.
But it's only been 2 acts.
No,
Howie!
3.
So here's what I'm going to say, Austin. I think you're one of the most talented singers we've had on the show, but here's what... Wait.
Howie's going to be critical. He always is.
You do, and I've heard you, and I compared you to Christopher Cross, and I've seen you sing. You know, I'm going to steal from Simon. Simon always uses the term, you got to find your lane. You got to pick your lane. I don't know that country is the best genre for your voice.
No!
Okay, that was a little
I
off.
think he's more pop. I just don't
He's
think
very
in the
country.
world, I don't think this is going to stick out. Simon, what do you think?
Okay, look, you have a lot of determination. If I had watched the rehearsal, I would have said to you, take off the silly hat and the jacket, slow the song down, and just
Sing.
focus on your voice, and that's it. Because for me, it was too over the top, so I didn't like it.
Okay, I kind of get what Simon's saying there. It's especially if you know Austin from previous stuff, and he's trying to separate himself. So I get that. He's trying to separate himself from Home Free. He's trying to go solo. And so he's trying to be different and appeal to a bigger, broader base, right? Acapella isn't necessarily going to get you that broader base. Although as an a cappella group, they've done excellent, right? So I kind of get what Simon is saying. It was a little too much over this way. We heard him sing Percy Sledge. We've heard him sing his original song, which I forget which one he did, but I did listen to it, so I forget what he did. And this was probably veering way too far out. So maybe not so many instruments. Try to narrow it back down to a couple of instruments and be more, I was going to say genuine. And if you watch any Home Free shows, you know that this is Austin. He loves the fans. He loves being on the stage. He loves entertaining, right? So I don't want to say that he's not being genuine, but it feels like a little too much. It's overwhelming to everything, right? Overwhelming to the sight because we had the flashing and the fire and all that kind of stuff, but also all the different instruments sound-wise. It was overwhelming, which is why I like a cappella so much, because usually you can still get it, but usually you don't have that overwhelming feel from all the instruments. So I get what Simon's saying. Just tone it down a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Hopefully they still vote him through, and I don't know if they'll show the voting or not.
Austin, listen, you sang an original song, and you had this audience on their feet. Does that validate you?
Absolutely, man. I've been fighting to be here. I'm going to keep fighting. I've been a risk taker my whole life, and I'm just going to wait and see what America thinks about it.
Good luck tonight, Austin.
Okay, so the voting is also by the audience. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, watching all of his other stuff, his solo stuff on his channel, as well as his Home Free stuff, it was overwhelming for me. I have a feeling these judges do their homework and watch some of the other stuff on some of these other acts, at least the acts that they're hoping to get through. So we'll see how America votes. Hopefully Austin has whipped the base up so that they vote for him. I have not been in the loop. I've been too busy to even know what night AGT is on anymore. I can't watch it live right now anyhow. I don't have any live TV streaming or cable. I had my cable turned off a year and a half ago or so because I was never watching it. So why pay that much in the electric bill, right? The phone bill, internet bill, and TV bill were all the same bill. And I had my telephone and cable turned off at the same time. I still got my internet, don't worry. I just don't have time. My next streaming platform I am going to pay for, Netflix is the only one I do so far. The next one I'm going to pay for is Hulu, but I don't have the time to be able to watch it right now, so that's why I haven't gone ahead and started it. Plus, I'm trying to get used to my new amount of money because I've gone to the max with taking my retirement out, and I've also gone ahead and gotten my deductible for medical bills. I've gotten that ahead of time, and that's spread out across my paychecks. And so I'm trying to get used to the new lack of money. I'm getting $200 less per paycheck, let's put it that way. And with prices going up, I may have put myself in a bit of a jam. But, and I don't get anything from YouTube. I don't get enough viewing for memberships, and I'm not at the 1,000 subscriber mark yet. So even if I was at the 1,000 subscribers, I still don't get enough viewing to be able to get to that next level, to be able to get paid from anything from YouTube. So I don't get paid at all. I am doing it out of the fondness of my heart. I do have other side jobs. I have the art, and I also have the trainings that I do. So don't worry, I do have some side money, but I try to keep it separate from my personal money so that it's easier both tax-wise and also so I know if I'm breaking even or not. So, okay, on that note, that bit of a rant that from that person who doesn't tell you on every video to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm like, you watch YouTube, you know to do that. Also, I don't have to have that. I don't know what to call it, because not everybody feels like it's the attention. Not everybody feels like it's affirmation. Whatever it is, I haven't needed it up to this point. I'm 5 years on YouTube. I'm still not at 1,000 subscribers. So that tells you how much I don't have to have praise all the time and all that kind of stuff. And it probably shoots me in the foot. So, yeah. I also don't separate my channels out so that I focus on this or that or the other thing, because that's what you have to do for the algorithm, because that's BS. It's BS that people have to do that, right? At any rate, so I hate aspects of the different social media platforms and the algorithms and all of that as well. So this is just me bucking the system. But I do appreciate you all. I do appreciate the comments that you make. Feel free to make them. You don't have to be rude about it. If you're rude about it, I'll be rude right back. And yes, I keep my volume down lower usually for the sound of the video, because it helps with copyright and blocking and all of that. So you can complain all you want, but you might get some sass right back. And yes, they're stopping and commenting and all of that on reaction videos, whether it's music, TV, movies, watching compilations. That's what reactions are about. If you haven't figured that out, then you deserve to get any sass that comes your way. So, all right. That's the end of my sass on the video itself. Thank you all for joining me on this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.